Hey everyone, this is Allie Pongram, the Assistant Director of the Weston Public Library, back again to introduce you to one of our great online resources that we have through the library. You can access it using your library card, and I'm just going to walk through the steps of getting started. So this one is pretty cool. It's called Mango Languages. And if you've heard of things like Rosetta Stone or Duolingo, some of those other language learning products, this is kind of like that, except it's free through your library, which is awesome because those things can get a little bit expensive. And the best part about this is you can try a whole bunch of different languages, so you're not committing to just learning one thing. If you're not loving Italian, move on to French or speak like a pirate. And I'm not kidding about that, actually. I'm going to show you it right now. All right, so getting to Mango Languages is pretty simple. The easiest way to start is if you go to our westonlibrary.org homepage. If you look down on the left-hand side, you'll see something called Reference and Research. If you click to expand that, the A to Z list of databases is where Mango Languages lives. So we're going to click A to Z list of databases. Okay, so I'm going to close out what I had open. All right, so from here, you'll see they're in alphabetical order. So I'm going to scroll way down to M for mango. It's called good old mango. Mango Languages. There we go. So it gives you a little bit of information here in that it's, for conversational, everyday language in a whole variety of languages. It also has some great ESL instructions. So if you have somebody in your life that is learning English as a second language, this is pretty awesome. So we'll go through that as well. So let's click on Mango Languages. You can click on the words or the picture, and it's going to take a little bit of a second. Now, if you've never come to this site before, it will ask you to enter in your library card number. So it just needs the number, doesn't need the PIN on this one. So you'll just enter in your library card number, and then it takes a second. But after that, you get to this page here. Now, you can choose to log in and set up a profile if you'd like. So you would hit sign up if you want to create a profile. Now, the benefit to creating a profile is that you can log your learning and it remembers what you've already done, what classes you've already taken, and your progress. So that's pretty useful if you're really gonna hunker down and learn a language. If you just wanna check it out and see what's up, you can use Mango as a guest, and that's fine too, but that just doesn't remember your progress. So we're going to use as a guest right now because I want you to see all of the great stuff that we have offered here. But if you really are going to learn a language, for sure, sign up because it's really helpful to have it remember your information. So you can find a language, you can do a search or see all. It will give you the most popular ones that they have here. So let's say you chose English, that would be if you are doing ESL, so English as a second language, that's where you'll get that information. I'm just going to choose that just to show you what's here. So for English, it gives you a different question than you would get for some of the other languages, and that's asking what your mother tongue is, meaning the language that the person or that you are currently speaking if you'd like to learn to speak English a little bit better. So it's got a whole bunch here. Not every language, but it's got a good amount. So I'm just going to go back now so we can look at some of these other languages. All right, so let's go and see what other languages are available. So I'm going to click See All. Now, I did say speak like a pirate. There it is. I'm not even kidding. It's a little bit of a joke, and it is pretty fun. So I do recommend you figuring that out at one point, just have a good time with it. But really, it's got all sorts. We've got Swedish, we have Scottish Gaelic, Bengali, all sorts of things. Some of them are more expanded than others. Some of the more common languages are expanded. They even have Shakespearean English. Like, how cool is that? But let's go with German right now, just because it's one that I'm remotely familiar with, but I'd love to brush up on it. And this will walk you through some of the basics. So it starts out with, the getting to know the language. So salutation, saying hello, and just some basic small talk. So it's getting you what you would need perhaps to go on vacation, get a little bit there, and then you can see what units and what you're going to learn in advance. This one has a specialty unit. Every language has something a little bit different. This one is Oktoberfest. So if you were going to go to Oktoberfest and enjoy some of that fun, then you could choose that. We're going to choose it just because that sounds like a riot. So why not? So this has you learning by chapters. You can check your goals out first if you're so interested. So this one, it'll say conversational grammar, ask and discuss future plans, discuss typical Oktoberfest attire. Those are conversational goals, and then grammar goals. So becoming familiar with gendered nouns, something we don't use in this same way in English. Yeah, so it's kind of neat. I'm going to just click on the first chapter, and it's giving me a little tutorial. This won't happen every single time. That just happens when you begin learning to use Mango languages. So we've got that there. And then you just hit start.
Here's the conversation we'll be studying in this chapter.
Gehst du dieses Jahr zum Oktoberfest?
Ja, ich gehe auf jeden Fall. Letztes Jahr war so toll. Ich will unbedingt wieder gehen. Und du?
Meine Freundinnen und ich gehen dieses Jahr zum ersten Mal.
Ziehst du ein Dirndl an?
Ja, ich habe mir schon ein neues Dirndl gekauft.
Toll, ich ziehe auch meine Lederhosen an. Viel Spaß auf der Wiesn.
And that's a conversation that you're going to be studying. So yes, it sounds complicated in the beginning, but as you go through, it breaks it down. So it's not like you're just, okay, you have to remember all these words and this grammar. Now this is a special lesson too, so we've kind of just jumped into the middle of it.
The way to say hello is to literally say good day, which is
Guten Tag.
So then we get to practice. And that's the fun part here is you can say it and it will have you do a voice comparison. So I'm going to give that a shot. So I'm going to do this. And I'm going to start recording. And we have to allow it to use the microphone. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Okay, so that worked well, and I could just hit next, and that would take me to the next part of the lesson. Now, that is kind of the way that it works. So I did want to just point a couple things out to you. First, there is a great app from Mango Languages that you can also use. And that app is available for Apple devices, so iOS devices, and for Android devices. So you can get it through the App Store or the Google Play Store, so you can take this on the go with you. It's pretty similar. The layout looks a little bit different, but it's the same type of thing where you'll enter in your library card. It'll have you select what library that you are using. So you're looking for Weston Public Library of Weston, Massachusetts. So that's one thing. If you're having difficulty with this, no problem. We can give you a hand. The first thing that you might be having trouble with is that you don't have a library card. No big deal. We can make that work. So the thing that you can do if you are unable to come into the library, like right now we're not open, but usually you can come in and get a library card. In the meantime, though, you can also get a library card online. And the way to do that is on our website. It's always under ebooks and much more, which is our digital library information. But when you go there, you'll see a nice link here to get an e-card. So it's library.minlib.net/selfreg, SELFREG. You click on that, and it'll give you some different fields to fill out to get your digital library card. Eventually, you do want to come in within 6 months because it says good. That's as long as your digital library card is good for to complete your library card registration and pick up a real card, which is awesome. Now, the other thing that you can do if you're having trouble and not having a library card is not your problem, you can contact the library for help. And you can do that by clicking the Contact Us, and that'll give you email or phone numbers to give us a call. Right now, we're kind of in a bit of a special circumstance where the library is not open because of the evolving situations going on in the world. So on our homepage here, we do have some phone numbers where you can call, leave a message, and then during business hours, so in certain hours right now, we will get back to you. You can also send an email anytime, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So hope you have some fun with learning languages with Mango Languages, and auf Wiedersehen.